Well, there was as the neighborhood was changing and members were moving away, some members of the church thought that they needed to relocate or establish a church where the people were moving. And so the Second Church bought a tract of ground at Ladue Road and Warson Road in Ladue with the idea of establishing a the Ladue Presbyterian Church, I think was going to be the name of it. And the idea was that as families would move into that neighborhood, they would join that church, and that the two churches would relate to each other. We would help staffing. That project didn't take off, and eventually the property was sold to the Episcopal diocese, and they created the current St. Peter's Episcopal Church, which is at that corner. The church had decided that maybe we were too far away from Lindell Boulevard to be seen as a major church, and because we're 4 or 5 blocks north of Lindell where we are. And so the church took an option on a piece of ground on Lindell Boulevard at the Bolivar on the northwest corner. There was a vacant lot, still a vacant lot, by the way, today. And the church considered building a new church at that location on Lindell and the Bolivar, but didn't do it because there was different factions of the church with different ideas, and finally it came to a vote that was taken to decide whether the church should stay or move, and by an 11-vote majority, the decision was made by the congregation to stay here at the corner of Taylor and Westminster. And this wasn't part of the vote, but the discussions that surrounded it is, if we're going to stay here, we need to do more to stabilize and enhance the livability and viability of the Central West End neighborhood, where we were at the north boundary of that Central West End area. To replace this facility, the size and quality, would have been a major financial undertaking, and with an 11-vote margin to stay, there wasn't the financial resources that the church had in the earlier days to make that kind of a financial commitment. The Washington University stayed at the south end of the Central West End, and we were at the north boundary of the Central West End, and things happened in between us that each institution encouraged and sponsored, and eventually the neighborhood became a very desirable place to live.